Okay, so we've talked a lot about going to movies. We talk about trailers. You and I have seen a lot of movies.
I'm a big
just
fan.
Over the last year. We've been going to the movies a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the cinema. The art of the cinema. The
and
film.
There's something to be said about watching a movie with a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I saw Power Rangers and you see the theme go, or when you saw the cameo between Tommy and Kimberly on there, you hear other people be like, "Ooh, look," and they share in that excitement. Mm-hmm. And I've been in some screenings where, people will applaud movies, and that's always good. But we've got to talk about how to behave in a movie theater, I think, because, too often we run into situations where someone is just overstepping their boundaries as far as how to behave in a room full of people that paid money to go see a movie. And we're trying to focus on the movie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That being said, though, I should preface all this with, if I'm going to a kid's movie,
you expect there
I expect there to be children. I expect there to be some, kids being kids. So
of course
that I'll let slide. But if it's PG-13 and up, it's we gotta act like adults.
Like taking your 5-year-old to see Kong Skull Island.
Oh my God.
Where they talk incessantly through the movie.
That kid, and he was right behind me, dude.
Yeah, he was.
And the dad didn't say shit.
Nope.
If you bring your kids to the movie, I'm not saying don't bring your kids to movies.
Of course not.
But fucking parent your kids.
Yeah.
Okay? So, for example, last night, I'm seeing Power Rangers, and there's this kid there, and he talks a lot. And he's like, "Look, a giant robot," or whatever. And to the point where I'm like, okay, this kid's probably special. He was a big boy. And then there was a guy dressed up as the Green Ranger, and I saw him taking his picture with that kid, and seeing the kid, and he's good. He's got a learning disability of some sort. So I'm gonna let that slide. That being said, his mother, you could keep hearing her say shh shh shh.
Yeah, at least she was trying.
She was trying. So I'll let that go. All right. But I remember whenever I was seeing, I think it was The Two Towers in IMAX on opening day. This kid behind me kept going on and on within the first 15 minutes. "Ooh, that's Mordor. That's da-da-da." And he's super excited and, talking to his dad or whatever. And I turned around, and I'll be a dick to people in movie theaters, and that's the problem, I think. I'll turn around, and I just said, "Are you going to talk through the whole movie?" And he's like, "No." And looked like, "Oh my God." And then he didn't say a single word. And then at the end of the show, he apologized to me. I was like, "It's all right, man. Just, we're all trying to enjoy the movie, Yeah. But yeah, there was another time where I fucking flipped out on a dude in the movie theater, too. I was seeing The Wolverine.
Okay.
With my old roommate back in Springtown. And this dude had this fucking cup of ice, and he kept shaking it. And shaking it. And shaking it. And I had a cup, and I just fucking looked over him, and I picked up the cup, and I slammed it 3 times. I was like, "How does that feel, dude?" I was like, "You're making that noise throughout this whole fucking thing." I was like, be fucking quiet." And he was like, he got pissed. He's like, "Fuck you, asshole." And then we had to sit in awkward silence throughout the rest of the movie. And my roommate made me feel like a fucking total asshole at the end. He's like, "Dude, I think you overreacted to that guy." So
maybe,
yeah,
maybe just.
So that's a lesson on about theater etiquette on me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
For those of you that do get irritated with stuff that is breaching theater etiquette, at least don't be an asshole.
All right. So there was this one time when Captain America: Civil War came out, and I went and saw it by myself, and I was looking for a seat. It was packed, and there's this kid sitting there, and there's 6 empty fucking seats, and then there's some kids on the other end. And so I'm like, "All right, I'm going to sit here." And he's like, "No, I'm saving these seats." I was like, "Really? All of them, dude?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All of them?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Dude, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got the tickets and I'm saving them for my friends." I was like, "It ain't my fault that your friends ain't here."
Yeah.
I was like, "The movie's starting soon. Your friends should have gotten here on time. There's no saving seats like that." And ended up, I found a seat, but it was behind this kid. And I was looking at my watch, because I guess the movie started 7:30. We'll just say 7:30. And
sure.
I told him, I was like, at 7:30, if those seats are still empty, I'm taking one of them. Because I was all off to the side and shit.
Right.
How many seats is it acceptable to save in a movie theater, Chris?
Definitely not 6. if you're gonna take and go to a movie with that many people, you need to at least be there at the same fucking time.
Right.
And like if your whole purpose in being there early is to save that many seats,
you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're a fucking asshole because so many other people got there on time. There's no seating assignment.
Right.
There's no assigned seating in a movie theater. And people get there on time so they can get good seats. I got there on time and you're holding 6 fucking seats. It's not my fault your friends can't be on time.
Also, we have gone to the same showing of the same movie and not sat next to each other.
And not seen each other, apparently.
Exactly. You don't need to sit. What are you going to do? Talk about the movie?
You better
as
not.
it's fucking
not if I'm sitting behind
because
you.
No, that's again a breach of theater etiquette.
Right. Okay, so there was this one time, Chris. My mom and my dad took me and my sister as adults to see The Passion of the Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't want to go, but my parents, I'm not a very religious person at all in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And they wanted us to see it. They're religious.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, they're going to take us out to eat, take us to a movie, whatever. Plus I heard it was really violent. So,
Yeah, well, it is.
And the same shit happened. We're trying to sit together as a family. I don't see my parents very often. They lived out of state. So
and
they
you're
drove
all
up.
there.
And we're all together.
All of you are already there, all together.
One lady taking up a whole goddamn row.
An entire
row. She wouldn't let us in, but she was sitting on the front of this break. There was a level of seats, and then there was this break, and then this other level of seats. You know what I'm saying? Like a middle aisle.
Yeah.
And there was a bar in front of those seats. They weren't open.
Yeah. Okay.
But you could easily climb over it. And I was like, we're going to sit here. And she's like, no, these seats are reserved for the Church of Christ. And I was like, no. I was like, they don't reserve seats in movie theaters. We're going to sit here. And she started yelling. And then my dad's like, calm down. Let's go sit somewhere else. And we ended up having to sit separated. But I was so fucking pissed again. I'd say 1 to 2 seats per person, it's okay to save. If there's a coat on the seat, my girlfriend went to the bathroom, she'll be right back.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I think it's acceptable to save 1, maybe 2 seats.
Maybe.
But more than that, no.
No. Breaching theater
etiquette. Do you agree? Do you think it should be more?
No. I think 1 to 2 seats is the maximum. Legitimately, meet up outside and all go in if you must sit with these people. If that is your entire goal in going to this movie is to sit specifically with these people, fucking meet up outside and go find your seats.
Or how about this? If you're going to go as a group, 1 person per 2 ticket holders, you have to show up at the same time and pick out seats.
All right, so there's 10 of you going. You want to get there.
5 of you need to get there
have to get there at the same time
to
and
hold
go
seats
in.
for the other people who maybe have to get off work 15 minutes before.
Exactly.
That's cool. But this was 1 kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not cool.
Nope.
As an A side to that story, the group did show up before 7 o'clock or 7:30, so I didn't take anybody.
Right.
But I wanted to, and I told that kid, I was like, "You're being fucking rude, dude."
Yeah.
And the thing is other people after I was sitting behind him, were trying to get in, and he's like, "No, these seats are saved." I was like, "You see, you're starting to make people mad, dude." And this is the thing, I was constantly talking shit to him behind him before the movie started. It's you're pissing people off, man. I was like, this isn't cool.
So that entire group did show up.
They did.
Okay. What about the church group? Did they all show up?
I don't know. Probably.
Because it's kind of bullshit that you and your family
your church,
got separated.
I was like, I'm with my mother and father and my sister, and you're just waiting on people that you go to church with that you probably only see on Sundays, maybe on Wednesdays.
And you're saving an entire row.
An entire row. That's the best row in the house. They should have gotten there first.
Seriously.
What and if they're going
20,
as a
25 seats?
You can get to church on time. What, you can't get to the movie on time?
Right.
Oh, I'm starting to get mad. Let's move on.
Okay. But yeah, fucking don't be an asshole, I guess, is ultimately our
a piece of theater etiquette that we didn't mention that you want to say? Or are we blowing shit out of proportion? Of course, and we didn't mention this, but this should go without saying, cell phones. I always turn mine off when I get there. Actually, when the previews start, I turn it off.
Yeah.
And put it in my pocket. Don't turn it on until the movie's over. Or at least till the credits roll and you want to find out if there's an after credit scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be using your phone, and a lot of people don't.
No.
I don't see that a lot.
It's very rare anymore, but it used to be really prevalent.
Right. All right, let's move on.